I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis sitting with us around the world at this moment. 295 places through Nityananda TV, in 42 places two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha, in 172 cities in 18 countries around the world. मैं प्यार से आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। I welcome with my humble respects Sri Swami Anubhavanandaji Maharaj from Chinmaya Mission. I welcome him with our love and respects. And Brahmakumari's ashram team, I welcome them. Welcome. Ram Snehi Sadhus from Rajasthan, I welcome all of you. And Norwegian news channel Patanjali Productions. Where are they? Patanjali Productions. I welcome. I welcome all of you for today's satsang. I welcome you all with my love and respects. And the cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha, Guadalupe, Rameshwaram, New York, Varanasi, Charlotte, Srisailam, Devon, UK, Sharjah, Monterrey, Mexico, Austin, Brooklyn, London, Chicago, Srirangam, Dakota Dunes, Atlanta, Ujjaini, Singapore, Singapuram, Bangalore, Marattahalli, Madrid, Spain, Toronto, Kailasam, Nityananda Nagara, Bidadi, Tiruvannamalai, Arunachalam, Vancouver, Puri, San Jose, Madurai, Chennai, Alvarpet, Ohio, Prayag, Phoenix, Kanchipuram, Oklahoma, Somanatham, Hyderabad, Bhagyanagaram, Los Angeles, Arunachalam, Seattle, Chidambaram, Adayar, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bhagyanagaram. Bangalore, Marattahalli. Some more cities are online. Yes, now I can see some more cities joining. Already they joined, now I can see them. Alright, show this laptop itself. Ma Priyankananda, Malaysia, Paris, Kalighat, Dubai, Tirukkoilur, Troy, Michigan, Slovakia, Košice, Laspet, Pondicherry, Hyderabad, Sri, Durango, Klang, Malaysia, Klang or Lunang? Lunas, Malaysia, Chennai, Nungambakam, Kastau, Croatia, Scottsdale, Arizona, Tallahassee, Florida, London, Kashi, Oman, Sivagangai, Black Diamond City, Canada. That's all. And Slovakia, Košice, that's it. Kastau, Croatia. And Workshop, UK. Slovakia, Shivaloka. Yes. And we are live from Mahakumbhapuri, Prayag. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Today, Nirahara Samyama, the meditation process without food. Second level, fifth day we are continuing. And Kalpavas, third day, living in Kumbhapuri, doing Kalpavas, third day we are continuing. I'll continue to expand and explain the beautiful Vedic story, churning of the Milky Ocean, the history of Kumbh Mela, Maha Kumbh Mela. Listen. Whenever you live these great tattvas as satyas, tattva means an idea grasped by your intellect. Satya means the idea imbibed by your biomemory. When it is your intellect playing around, it is tattva, idea. When your biomemory feels it, when it becomes part of you, it is satya. Please understand, if you are living certain satyas, just your very touch, your presence, a word with you, will awaken the inspiration in the other person. I am able to see many of our Kumbhavasis, Kalpavasis, the participants who are staying, doing Kalpavas, when they go out and say one word, people immediately catch the inspiration. When you live, when it becomes biomemory in you, please understand, when you don't have internal fight with a certain idea, you will not have external fight when you share it with others. As long as you have internal fight with that idea, when you try to preach, you will have external fight. If you don't have internal fight, you will not have external fight. That is why the Vedic tradition, Hindu tradition, did not need an army, jihad, to spread its ideas. We were so thoroughly living, radiating, convinced. All we did to spread our satyas is nothing more than touching. Just a touch. The biomemory is transmitted. The initiation, nothing else. It is transmitted. The energy is transmitted. The idea is transmitted. Tattvas are transmitted. Satyas are shared. Listen. Only when you live the principles, when you live the tattvas without any internal fight, it is satya. For example, one principle, I am giving an example. Morning during Brahma Muhurta, you have to get up and do your yoga and unclutch. Practice samadhi or meditation. If you are still struggling to wake up in the morning and somehow you are doing it, but there is a struggle, it means it is only in the level of tattva in you, an idea. If you are just waking up like a child and running to the bathroom, your steps are dance, alive, not even one iota, one idea. Today somehow can I get exemption? Even an idea is not there. You are just there. Brahma Muhurta, you are there, up, alive. There is no internal fight. then the idea has become Satya. Tattva has become Satya. Please listen. I am giving you one example. I am not saying whoever wakes up in the morning during Brahma Muhurta, they are all enlightened. No, I am not giving all that certificate. I am just giving you the example of how Tattva becomes Satya. I can give you one more example. Integrity. Integrity means honoring the word you give it to you and to others. Please listen. We fulfill even the word we give it to others 50% because society's pressure, name and fame, prestige. But you forget the words you give it to you. Many times when you face some suffering, you give a word to yourself, I will not get into this action anymore. But you don't keep up the word you give it to yourself. So the integrity comes, the first step for the integrity is honoring the word you give it to you. Listen. Many times you find a solution for certain problem, mentally thinking. And after 2 days you forget the solution, get into the same problem. After 1 week you find the same solution. After 1 week you forget the solution and get into the same problem. And after 1 week you find the same solution. How many of you cognize that you go through this rut? So be very clear, still integrity has not become your bio-memory. It is only in the level of Tattva. It has not yet become Satya. When you live these 4 Tattvas, integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching yourself and others. With these 4 Tattvas, when these 4 Tattvas become your bio-memory, you are living a Jivan Mukta life. Your consciousness becomes enlightened consciousness. I tell you, when there is group of people living, radiating enlightened consciousness, that group is called pot of nectar, Kumbhakata, the nectar pot. Anybody comes inside that group gets blessed by that tattvas, and when you live those, when somebody is blessed with that tattvas, please listen. When you radiate these tattvas, you become immortal. How? Just by authenticity, Shraddha. Nachiketa became immortal. Just the Shraddha, Markandeya became immortal. When you live, you radiate these tattvas, you become immortal. When a group of people radiate these tattvas, they become the Kumbha pot, the Kumbhakata, the pot of nectar. Whoever comes into their space, they are all given that nectar. And whoever receives that nectar, they also become immortal. It is the strength of enlightened consciousness maintained by the group of enlightened beings is Kumbhakata, the Kumbha Kalasha, Amrita Kalasha, Amrita Kumbha, the nectar pot. There was a time, group of people radiating these great tattvas, living like gods. Of course, when you live these tattvas, These four tattvas, integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching. You live like a God wherever you are. There was a group of people living like a gods. That place was called Svargaloka. And that collective enlightened consciousness was called Amrita Kalasha, Kumbhakata. Understand? This is to respect the tradition. This throne, these jewels, all are honor to the tattva for which I am standing. Understand? The tattva which I am representing, that is honored by all that. So this Bandara and everything honors the tattva we represent, tattva we stand for. So, all the devotees, if you are planning, still thinking all over the world, just fly. 10th and 12th, don't miss. 12th is going to be a very big festival. 12th is going to be a very big function where almost, I can say 10,000. 10,000 sadhus are going to be given Bandara by Dhyanapitham. Feast and Pranami by Dhyanapitham. We are ordering shawls, umbrellas, padukas for all the sadhus. Maybe we will even be getting Kamandalu. And so all devotees around the world, don't miss the chance of seeing 10,000 sadhus in one place. And almost all the Mahamandaleshwars and Mandaleshwars. Come on, let me get back to the subject, the satsang. When a group of people radiate enlightenment, that collective consciousness is called Amrita Kalasha. That place is called heaven, Swarga. People are living like gods. Unfortunately, sometimes few people enter into that place to enjoy the infrastructure, but not ready to practice those tattvas, those principles. It's like a few demons enter the Svargaloka. They want to enjoy the infrastructure of the Svargaloka, the beautiful palaces, everything, but they don't want to live the principles of Svargaloka, principles of that place. So understand, when you enter into a place and you want their infrastructure and don't follow the principles, you are called demon. When you enter into this country and you want to enjoy the infrastructure of this country, but you don't respect the constitution of this country, you are a terrorist. Same way, when you enter into a place and you don't want to respect the tattva, but you want to enjoy the infrastructure, then you will be called, you will be considered as demon. Few demons entered the heaven, started living the infrastructure, using the infrastructure without living the principles, tattvas. And it is very unfortunate when you live inauthentically, the same infrastructure, others also get inspired. Oh, then I can also be inauthentic and have this infrastructure, have all this life. So gods also slowly started becoming demonic. When critical mass is not living authenticity, the collective superconsciousness gets destroyed. So the Amrita Kalasha, Amrita Kumbha is lost in the ocean of confusion. That is what is described in the tradition as the nectar pot fell into the ocean. Now, gods are suffering, demons are enjoying. Listen, gods enjoy when they achieve something. Demons enjoy when others lose something. Gods enjoy when they achieve something. Demons enjoy when others lose something. Demons enjoy by others' destruction. Gods enjoy when they achieve something. Demons enjoy when others lose something. So, now who is responsible for the nectar pot falling into the ocean? You may put the blame on demons or gods, but the suffering is for gods. So, whoever wants to radiate enlightenment, they should take the responsibility even for others' inauthenticity, not only your inauthenticity, others' inauthenticity also, because others' inauthenticity is going to affect you. How many of you cognize this? Others' inauthenticity also affects you. So you have to take the responsibility not only for your inauthenticity, others' inauthenticity also. Who is responsible for losing the pot into the ocean does not matter. Suffering is for the people who want to radiate enlightenment, who want to live like gods, who want to radiate the superconsciousness, because they are the losers. So you have to be very clear. Please listen to the tattvas. When Amrita Kalasha, nectar pot is lost, whoever may be responsible, but suffering is for gods. So the people who want to live like gods have to take the responsibility not only for their authenticity, and they have to take the responsibility for others' inauthenticity also. They have to be responsible for teaching others also to live authentically. So please contemplate on this principle today. The enriching team, please raise your hand. Enriching team. This is the lesson for all of you. Atidhi Devo Bhava team, raise your hand. So this is the lesson for all of you also. Taking the responsibility for others' inauthenticity. Taking responsibility for your inauthenticity alone is not enough. Taking responsibility for others' inauthenticity also is required. I will leave you all with this one tattva today to contemplate. And I have one more announcement. From today, whole day till evening 8 o'clock, satsangs will be happening in the pandal. Continuously. We have many acharyas up, alive, and kicking around, ready to change you guys. And under the able guidance of Ma Nitya Manishananda and Sri Nitya Veda Rishi Nitya Veda Swarupananda and Sri Nitya Atma Manishananda and Sri Nitya Turiyananda and Ma Nitya Balananda and what is Andal's spiritual name? Okay. Madhu Srivatsa, and all the acharyas are ready, up, alive. Whole day you are going to listen to great tattvas, spiritual truths as experienced by them. As they are radiating. So I request all of you to come and be continuously connected to Nityananda TV live 24 hours. Already the schedule is in the website. Satsang topics, Prayag Tirtha Maha Satsang topics, Satsang subjects, Prayag Tirtha Mahatva in Hindi by Sri Nitya Atma Manishananda. Gar Mandir, home temples by Veda Swarupananda. Bhakti Marg by Ma Nitya Prematmananda in Hindi. The Secret of Time by Ma Nitya Balananda. Sampurti Sri Nitya Atma Prabhananda. And Sanatan Dharma ke Pauranik Katayan Ma Nitya Manishananda, Vice Chancellor Nityananda Vedic University. Bharat ka Punarjagran Sri Nitya Turiyananda. Here they put a spelling mistake, Puran Jagran. Punarjagran. Bharat ka Punarjagran Sri Nitya Turiyananda. Adhyatma Evam Shraddha. Who? Madhu Srivatsa. And Nitya Dhyan by Manish Chandra. So every day you have 9 satsangs apart from my satsang. So you have 10 satsangs. Ma Arpana is also signing up. She will be speaking on subject. Okay, let us know will be the subject. No, that can become a subject. Come on, start. Let us know. So you have 11 satsangs every morning, every day, whole day from today. And from tomorrow we may have some more eminent speakers joining, like Sri Nitya Moksha Priyananda and Ma Ananda Kama, and many more will be joining. We will have whole day satsangs in Kumbhaghat, and we will also have some bhajans continuously. Great. Great. And still Dayal Davatar line is not fixed, so we will not be able to have Dayal Davatar. And I have a question here from devotees that can they sponsor Bandara? You can. You can talk to Ma Prematma how to enroll for homas or pujas or bandaras, whatever you wanted. You are welcome. Now we will move to Nirahara Samyama. So I bless you all who are sitting with us around the world at this moment in 573 places through Nityananda TV and 42 places two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha in 275 cities in 25 countries around the world. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share, explode, and enrich eternal bliss.